Hey, Jackie, I have a quick question.
Yeah?
Do you believe in ghosts?
Duh.
Okay. Do you believe that the spirit of someone who was murdered could come back and help solve their own murder?
Okay, I've watched this Disney Channel movie before.
It was a Disney movie?
Yeah, wasn't it like Susie Q?
It was!
I love
That's what that was about?
Yeah, Susie Q. She like went off the bridge in the car and then she came back.
I thought it was a love story.
I mean, it is, but yeah.
Nearly half of Americans believe in ghosts. More than 1 in 5 say they personally have experienced something they can't explain. Belief in spirits isn't fading, though. It's growing, especially among younger generations who swear they didn't want to believe something until something happened. And while today's story isn't necessarily about a haunting, it is about what lingers, the unanswered questions, the truth that refuses to stay buried. Because in true crime, just like with ghosts, the most unsettling part is what won't go away. Welcome back to another episode of Justice 4. We are your host.
I'm Jackie.
And I'm Sam.
I'm so intrigued right now.
I know. I was explaining this case to a couple people I was out with last night, and they were like, what?
Yeah.
You're gonna...
I know. I'm really excited for this. I like ghosts. I like the supernatural.
This one's...
I'm down.
This one's interesting.
Okay.
It's... Yeah. I can't...
Okay. Let's do it.
First and foremost, shameless plug.
Oh, I forgot.
I know. Hey. Please go follow us on all of our socials. Facebook, Instagram. I forgot what social media is.
TikTok, everywhere you can listen, YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Leave us a review and a rating while you're at it if you haven't already. It really helps us out, helps us be more in the feed. More people notice. We can do this more for you. Also...
Oh, I was going to say something else. We also applied to be with CrimeCon. So the more you guys review us and watch us and share us, the more likely we're going to be there.
Anyway, so if you're listening, like, you know. But yeah, so the more interaction, the more you guys hype us up, the more you guys get us shared and everywhere, we have a better chance at doing that.
The more we get to do this also. Like, don't get me wrong, we already are doing it. I mean, I wouldn't say a lot, probably more than some podcasts, but...
We're about to have our second live show.
It's fucking awesome. Also, live show 2 weeks away. No, yes. Actually, when you hear this, it's going to be like a week and a half.
A week and a half away. And we only have 7 seats left as of right now.
Yeah.
So please go get them before they're sold out. And if our show is sold out, Paranoid Sisters, another local podcast, they are the Friday night before. And at
so
this Twist as well.
This upcoming Friday.
Yeah, this upcoming Friday. So go ahead and grab tickets for them if ours are sold out or we don't have enough left.
Jackie will be there. I can't be there, but you get to at least hang out with her and craft. Yeah, who would want that?
We're going to paint and have a great time.
Yeah. Nina, I hope you enjoy my ticket.
Grab your merch. It is up online.
I also have a lot of ideas up in my noggin for some new merch because, like, I feel like a lot of our old merch is, like, old sayings, and we've had so many more.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to have an updated merch collection soon. Yeah. So go ahead and get on there and shop it before some of your stuff might disappear.
If you are coming to the live show, please wear some merch because we want to take pictures with you. We will also have a little bit of merch for sale at the live show. So
if you have any inputs on what you would like for us, so we had zip-up hoodies and pullovers last time.
Yep.
And I think that we're going to still bring some hoodies. I think we're going to do some t-shirts.
T-shirts.
So if you guys have any input on like what of our t-shirts are your favorite that you would like to be able to do in person, we do have about 1 or 2 sizes, medium to extra.
I think we did
medium, large, and double XL.
I think we did medium, large,
and extra large. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to have some of that at the show for you.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So today's case takes place in the state of Chicago.
Chicago.
It's not the state of Chicago.
Oh, that was a joke at me.
It was a joke at you.
I didn't even get it. I was like, heck yeah, state of Chicago, like, let's go.
It takes place
in... It's a state, Illinois, anyway.
So it does take place in Chicago in 1977. 1977 was a good year. It was also a sad year. There was a lot of facts. I'm going to tell you about them because they're awesome. So let's do the sad first. Elvis Presley died in August of 1977.
Okay.
And Sir Charlie Chaplin died on Christmas.
Oh, what a year.
Yep. Leonard Skinner, the band, was in a plane crash that killed their lead singer, Ronnie Van Zant. The band actually dismembered, but then later reformed 10 years later for a tribute tour when Ronnie's younger brother stepped up as the lead singer.
Huh.
I know, right?
Alrighty then.
Orlando Bloom, Liv Tyler, John Cena, Tom Brady, Ludacris, and Kanye West were all born this year.
Damn, okay.
The Atari was released. The rings of Uranus was discovered.
Oh, damn. Why do I feel like that just, like, was always known?
Right?
Okay.
Hotel California and Dancing Queen were the top hits.
Valid. I can see that.
Rocky with Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, I don't know why I was going to the Rockies, like...
Nope, the movie.
Yep, I don't
The
know.
movie,
I don't know why. I was like, there's nothing to do with this.
It premiered in theaters.
Okay.
And last and most important, after spending $11 million in production, then grossing $775 million from box offices worldwide, shaping and defining science fiction movies and their future,
Oh.
Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope was released.
It took me a second to get there, but I figured it out eventually.
I'm surprised you didn't see me change into Star Wars shirts twice. I had to change 2 separate Star Wars shirts. I mean, okay, this is Mandalorian, but it's still...
You didn't even tell me.
I'm sorry, I didn't think about it.
Those are some... Okay, a lot of things happened in 1977.
There was so much. There was way more. There was a lot. That was a lot. But I was really excited about all of it, and I got to say Uranus and talk about Star Wars.
There we go.
So, on February 21st of 1977, firefighters responded to a blaze at an apartment on North Pine Grove Avenue. They discovered the body of 48-year-old Teresita Basa under a burning mattress. She had been stripped naked and stabbed once in the chest with a butcher knife, which was still lodged in her body.
Jesus Christ.
I know. Oh no, she never got to see Star Wars.
Oh my God. That is the real tragedy of this story. I'm not gonna lie.
That's part of it. Actually, you know what? She probably, after,
Hold on.
you know what?
When did Star Wars release?
May,
When did she die?
February.
She got to see the previews. She got to see the hype.
You know what? After we read this, I think we're both going to agree she saw it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot how this episode started. Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay.
So, now who is Teresita Basa? Teresita was a Filipino immigrant and respiratory therapist at Edgewater Hospital in Chicago.
Okay.
She absolutely loved music and was so extremely passionate about it. Growing up, she played the piano any chance that she got, and she just genuinely wanted to pursue that as a career.
I love that.
But in the Philippines, it was pretty much impossible to do. So she decided to pursue another path, like with the music. Another path, though, by moving to the U.S., Chicago specifically, when she was in her 30s.
That's so surprising to me because, like, the Filipinos are all about singing. All about singing. Best singers ever. Like, all the time.
Maybe there was so many of them. There were so many.
Maybe piano wasn't there. They just didn't care about the piano. They just wanted to sing. That just really
I don't
surprised
know.
me because, like, I felt like she really could have, like, accompanied or
I mean, maybe,
done all the things.
again, maybe she could have, but there was just so many.
Too much.
Too many. Yeah.
Yeah. Saturated market. Got you. Okay.
Maybe. So she was planning on actually going to Indiana University, go Hoosiers, Hoosier Daddy, and taking some music classes, and she actually graduated with her degree.
Okay.
Unfortunately, she still really couldn't find work in the music industry, which
I mean, it is like, what are we?
77.
70, yeah, late 70s. I mean, where are we at? In Chicago. I don't know what their music scene really was in the 70s.
I feel like
I know, like, because we've talked about, like, Memphis, like,
Yeah.
in our episode with the Snowden House. Like, that was back in, like, the 70s and the 80s and,
Yeah.
like, 50s with, like, all of the blues and all of that in there and that being super heavy. But I don't know it was really heavy in Chicago at that time.
I feel like when I think of like music scenes, I think of Nashville or New York. That's more like theater-ish, or Seattle. Seattle had a
Yeah.
huge
Or like
music
LA
scene.
or like
Yeah.
Texas for like the country, like Reba
Yeah.
and like all of those.
I would never think Chicago.
No, I
But then
feel like,
again, I also don't know what Chicago was like in the 70s.
but also my mind is going to that 70s show because they were in Wisconsin and then
Yeah.
I feel like they went to Chicago in like an episode or two. And so I just feel like going back to like Leonard Skinner and like Led Zeppelin and like that kind of like style up in that area.
I mean, maybe that's what it was more of, where she's
Like
playing
the
the
70s
piano.
rock and stuff like that. And she's
Yeah.
just in like more of like a
The
rock
hair
area.
bands.
Yeah, is what I feel like was more in that area.
Well, she ended up getting a job at Edgewater Hospital, where
Okay.
she very quickly climbed the ranks and became a respiratory therapist.
By the way, respiratory therapists love their job. Do you know one by chance? I
I don't
have
think so.
I have met multiple respiratory therapists and I've like seen some of it. Y'all love your jobs. I have never seen anyone in the medical industry who loves their job that much.
Period. So she actually ended up going back to school
Okay?
so she could get her PhD in music, since she
We're
was
not giving this dream up and
she's
I'm
not.
loving
She's
this.
she's still after it, and I love that for her. So she was working at the hospital during the day, working on her PhD at night, and she would also give free piano lessons to the kids in her neighborhood. Like, clearly she absolutely really loved music and helping people. Like,
She's like the little old lady from Wedding Singer with the meatballs.
oh,
That's what it reminds me of.
have Tupperware. Oh
Yes.
my God, I love her. So, back to February 21st now. The black smoke originating from the fire was actually seen by a neighbor who knew Teresita and noticed it was coming from her apartment. Upon arrival, the firefighters broke down the door and got the fire out pretty quickly.
Okay.
Thankfully, it was contained to the living room and didn't spread to any of the other rooms, which is awesome. The source of the fire was a mattress that was set on fire. And like underneath it, once they put it out, they saw this big hump underneath it.
Oh,
And they were like, oh,
like under the mattress, not
uh-huh,
like under blankets on top of the mattress, under the mattress.
under the mattress.
Okay.
Once it was put out, firefighters moved the mattress to find the naked body of 48-year-old Teresita. She had a butcher's knife embedded into her chest as well. Investigators initially believed that the motive was sexual assault, but an autopsy actually proved otherwise later, which we'll touch on in a bit.
Okay.
There was no evidence. Oh, no, I guess I touch on it right now. The autopsy actually proved that there was no evidence of rape or sexual assault.
Interesting, considering she was found naked, unless she slept naked and this happened at night, then whole other story.
So, on top of that, the apartment itself was completely ransacked and was in like complete disarray.
Okay, so that's what the pictures were of, like everything being tossed. That's why
Correct.
I thought she brought me another explosion case. She goes, I don't know why I keep doing cases like this. And I didn't know what she meant until she showed me pictures and I'm all, did someone explode?
She didn't explode this time.
Obviously.
It didn't happen this time.
Obviously, we have a whole body and a knife.
We do. The fire had destroyed most of the physical evidence.
Of course.
The only
Because it was it contained to the room that she was in?
correct.
Okay.
The only tangible clue was actually a small note in her diary that said, quote, "Get theater tickets for AS." End quote.
What in the fucking Pretty Little Liars is this shit?
I don't know. At least there was an S this time, not just A.
Oh yeah, but like that I don't know why that just instantly sent me to Pretty Little Liars like spiral.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Police asked neighbors and friends, who the fuck is AS? No one knew who it was, though. During one interview, her friend said that Teresita was telling her about a male friend that she had coming over. The police instantly thought, like, oh, that's probably this mysterious AS guy. For months. Like, not the number 4, just like 4 months.
Over the next few months.
Over the next few months. Police interviewed dozens of people, but AS remained a mystery, and the case ended up going cold. 6 months later.
Okay.
So it's not cold for a long time, I'll tell you that.
Okay, they just can't, there's just no leads. There's no physical evidence. Nobody knows who AS is. There's like,
It's also the 70s. There's no DNA testing. There's no
No, we don't have
fingerprinting.
cameras. I mean, well, we have fingerprinting.
Do we have fingerprinting?
Yes, we do. I did a whole episode about
When did they start doing?
like 1900s.
Well, I know they were taking fingerprints. When did they start doing stuff with it?
At the crime scenes? Oh yeah, like back then. They could fingerprint. They could use fingerprints for it in the 70s.
Well, there was none anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's really nothing to go on. We don't have security cameras. We don't have anybody with the names. There's no witnesses.
No.
And apparently nothing in her life that gave them flags of people,
Nope.
coworkers, nothing.
Nope.
Okay, awesome. What the fuck is going on?
So 6 months later, police get a call from a Dr. Jose Chua. Hey, so like, you know that lady, Teresita, who was murdered a few months ago? Yeah, so like, she contacted my wife. Well, actually, she definitely has possessed my wife. Yeah, oh yeah, it's definitely her ghost.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Jackie's reaction.
You just had it. What? Like a doctor, like who worked at the hospital?
An actual, not that hospital, but
Just a doctor.
He is a surgeon, and he contacted the police, saying his wife is being possessed by Teresita.
Okay. I think I know this case, but it's
I
not
guarantee
like
you.
it's not there. Okay, sorry.
It's all good. Remy Busa Chua, who goes by Remy, was Jose's wife. She also happened to be Teresita's co-worker. She was also another respiratory therapist.
Okay, so we know her.
We know her. So they know each other.
Okay.
Jose went on to tell him that Remy was deeply affected by her passing, but it seemed like it was more than just grief. It was weird beyond comprehension. Teresita started visiting Remy in her dreams, and they didn't think much about it at first, but then it started to consume her. The police were baffled, so they asked the Chuas to come to the station to see if they could get the full truth, which is absolutely crazy if you think about it.
No,
like,
remember in the episode that I had in the 70s when they were still using hypnosis as a legit form of like detective work and they were training detectives on it in the 70s was in hypnosis. So no, this isn't crazy for the 70s.
That's fair.
Everybody was smoking so much weed that this made sense.
But they were like, yeah, please come down to the station. We got to hear this shit. They said that when the first possession dream happened, Remy was falling asleep on the couch during the day. And then Jose said he heard her starting to like get up and she like wake up and she sounded like she was in distress. So he went to check on her and just thought she was having a nightmare. But she looked at him and he said she was in a trance-like state. And then she said, quote, "Doctor, I need your help. The man who murdered me is still at large," end quote.
What the fuck?
She then began mumbling in Tagalog, which is her native language, which she rarely spoke.
Remy's native language or
Remy's native
Remy's native? Okay.
It is Remy's native language. Remy was also a Filipino immigrant as well.
Okay.
So I feel like I should point that out. I don't know if that means that Teresita also spoke that.
Okay, that's what I was wondering if it was whose native language it was. Okay.
It's for sure Remy's. Dr. Jose then said she was doing, like, she was mumbling in this tone that didn't sound like her at all. So he asked his wife, "Who are you?" And she replied, quote, "I am Teresita Basa," end quote. She then went on to say her killer was Alan Showery.
Who the fuck is Alan? Oh, AS!
Then she woke up as Remy, and she didn't remember a single thing that happened, and they just completely dismissed it as a nightmare. Then, a few days later, another one happened. Quote, "Doctor, why have you not gone to the police? I told you who my killer is," end quote.
What the fuck?
Jose said I didn't have any proof, and I don't know who the fuck this Alan guy is. He didn't feel like he could report it to the police.
Well,
Like-
yeah, because it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Especially because she worked with her.
Yeah.
So, like, she knows details and, like, she knows things. But also when it's been 6 months and it's literally gone cold on who this person is.
Yeah. Yeah. I also want to point out that the Chuas were like very respected members of this community. Like, and they lived in like this big grand house, and like he was a surgeon and she's a respiratory therapist.
So, like, people, they're predominant members.
Precisely. So I don't know. We'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
So she was still in Remy, and she went on to say that Alan took some of her jewelry that she was wearing at the time and gave it to his girlfriend. She also gave some of Teresita's relatives' phone numbers that would be able to help identify the jewelry that was stolen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, question. Was it ever released what was taken from the house?
No.
Like, was this stuff that, like, only detectives and stuff knew?
I believe family and police knew.
Okay. Mm-hmm. This is, all right, getting a little bit more...
Interesting, right? Police were skeptical. I mean, who wouldn't be? Lead detective, I'm going to say his name wrong, I'm so sorry. Joseph Statula? No, that was actually not that.
Spatula?
I
know, but it sounds like spatula.
Statula. He ended up hearing him out. He said he could feel their passion in what they were saying, even if he didn't believe them. And the police had no leads, so what's going to hurt? Why not look into it further?
But, like, also, there's a difference between being like, listen, I have something to tell you, and this is going to sound very crazy. And I understand how crazy it sounds when I'm going to tell you that my wife is possessed by the murdered woman. But also, somebody who was, like, really crazy wouldn't be like, listen, I know this sounds wild. They would just come in and say it. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sitting more on the fence of, like...
Yeah. Hopefully you made the connection already. You already have, because you said it out loud, if you guys didn't catch what she said. But the police had already made the connection between this Alan Showery. Oh my gosh, I don't know why that's so hard. It could also be showery. Oh no. I'm so sorry, Alan. Actually, Anyway, they made the connection between Alan and the note AS.
Yeah.
So why not look into it? They ran his name in their database and discovered he had a criminal background. Robbery.
He's a real person?
He is a real person.
Okay.
I showed you a picture of him.
Well, yeah, I know, but like...
Oh. No,
I forgot the name that you had put with the picture.
Real person.
Now that you say that, yes, I remember.
Robbery and sexual assault convictions.
Huh.
Oh. And he was employed as a technician at the same hospital as Teresita in the respiratory department.
They didn't check the initials with the coworkers that she worked with?
They didn't really talk to any of her coworkers at the time. I think just because she was at home.
Do better.
So he worked in the same respiratory department. So did Teresita.
Yes.
Keep that in mind, okay?
Well, yeah, that's why I just said, why didn't they check with the coworkers or run those initials against
so
her
weird.
coworkers? Like, that would have been, like, a really good place to start when nobody knew who it was.
Well, then they finally decided to start asking around to see if anyone knew if Alan or Teresita were, like, friends. So they finally talked to some coworkers, and they came forward and told police Teresita asked Alan to fix her TV, and some other hospital staff members believed it was like they planned on him being at her house that evening.
Oh, we're narrowing.
How much time could they have saved if they just went and talked to coworkers?
I know. That's why I'm like, wait, we didn't start there?
But at the same time, they don't have a reason to speak to coworkers.
When you can't figure out anybody else?
Why wouldn't you go talk to everyone else in their life? That makes sense. And since they, like, I guarantee these people may have come forward if they would have released more information, like the AS and the jewelry and all this stuff. I don't know.
True.
So, with this information, police then decide to go and question Alan.
Finally.
Denied everything.
Of course he did.
Of course. He said he had never been to her house, and he was home with his pregnant girlfriend. Her name is Yanka Kamluk at the time of the murder.
Okay.
So he said he was home. They decided to bring him to the station, just come with us. Let's keep talking. So they brought him to the station and questioned him more. They mentioned to him that some people told him that he was supposedly going over to her house that evening to fix her TV. And he was like, oh, yeah, I did go to her house to fix the TV, to see if I could help at all. But then he realized he wasn't able to fix it. But then he was like, oh yeah, I also have to leave immediately. Because I'm having electrical problems at home and I need to go fix it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a brand new excuse.
I know. So I guess his girlfriend told him, hey, we're having electrical problems. You need to make sure you're home.
Oh, code words.
Yeah. This all seemed a little too convenient. Also, he changed his story already.
Yeah.
So they decided.
I love when they conveniently remember when like evidence is put in front of them.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're like, oh, yeah. It slipped my mind. Forgot about that.
Yeah. So they decided, the police also decided to go and interview his girlfriend. Period.
Oh, I love this. Was she wearing any of the jewelry?
Listen, when they interviewed Yanka, she definitely was like, yeah, no, he wasn't with me. And also, I don't know what electrical problems you're talking about. Quote, actually, what electrical problems? End quote. They asked if he happened to give her any jewelry at all. And that's when she gave them a pearl ring and a jade pendant that Alan had given to her back in February, saying they were late Christmas presents.
Dude, you couldn't have saved it for Valentine's Day? Or a late Valentine's Day present?
I mean,
or
not too, because it was February 21st.
Yeah, late Valentine's Day present? Like Christmas? Okay. Alan, you're not very smart.
Men. Goodness. So the police asked if she would be willing to come down to the station with the jewelry so Teresita's family could identify it. Surprise, surprise. It was identified as hers.
I'm shocked.
Yes. The police then talked to Alan about what his girlfriend had said and the jewelry being identified as Teresita's, and he broke down and admitted to killing her almost instantly.
Oh.
This is how the events went down that night, according to Alan. He went over to her house that night to help with the TV, but he knew she had a lot of money and he was having money problems and was falling behind on his rent. So he was planning on robbing her without even looking around the apartment. Like, he walked in, went to the kitchen, grabbed the knife, stabbed her in the chest.
Not, hey, not even we're going to pretend to do this or like try to sneak you do. Just went straight for it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He then ripped off her clothes and arranged it to make it look like it was sexually motivated. He then trashed the apartment, and so it could kind of look like a robbery gone wrong as well.
Okay.
Grabbed the jewelry and $30 in cash, threw the mattress over her, lit it on fire, and ran away.
The fuck?
Also, you took like 2 pieces of jewelry and $30. First and foremost.
Like, what?
And then you gave the jewelry to your girlfriend.
You didn't even like pawn it or do anything with it. Like, you got $30 out of this.
Yeah, your $30 helped with rent. I mean, it was the 70s, maybe.
Probably.
Believe that was.
Actually. Never mind. But like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. He originally entered a guilty plea, but he later recanted his plea, claiming the confession was coerced. Allegedly, the police threatened to arrest his girlfriend if he did not sign a confession. So he changed his plea to not guilty, which means they went to trial.
Okay.
His defense attorney, his name was William Swano. He fought for the murder charge to be dismissed completely, saying police had arrested him on nothing more than a bizarre story. Quote, "Never to my knowledge has a man been arrested because of a supernatural vision. Police have never before been informed of a criminal's name by a voice from the grave." End quote.
But didn't he literally confess?
He did.
Okay. I love defense attorneys. Honestly, I think it'd be kind of fun to be a defense attorney because you get to make up the most random, outlandish versions and stories of things to like plant doubt. Like it's just it's a blast.
Yeah. But the judge decided to move forward with the trial.
Well, yeah,
Probably because of
duh.
the confession.
Well, yeah. Doesn't matter what steps. I mean, it was all legal how they got to there. It's not like it's not like we like didn't have a search warrant for something. It's not like we did something else.
It was just a weird lead.
It was a lead that led to the confession. So
I feel like I've told y'all some weird fucking leads before. So like I don't know how it's any different.
I don't know either.
William Sano fought and said, like during trial, and said Remy was faking all of the dreams and trances she was experiencing because she was fired from the hospital and was mad. They said that, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. This shit was crazy when I was reading. They said that Remy had the jewelry and she sold it to Alan and created this extremely elaborate plan to frame him because she killed Teresita, not Alan. That's what the defense...
Once again, dream job, defense attorney. Let me go.
The prosecution presented the information from Remy, which is wild that they did that, as well as the jewelry and story change from Yanka, the girlfriend.
Okay.
The first trial actually ended up in a hung jury because some jurors could not get past the ghost testimony.
But we have a confession.
The jurors said they failed in good faith to find him guilty beyond reasonable doubt. They felt like it was, quote, too elaborate and almost a perfectly constructed way to frame someone for a crime, end quote.
He confessed.
He did, yes. I mean, yeah, like this is one of the most wild things I personally have heard. But like...
A hung jury on a confession?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how the lead got you there.
Yeah. I'm also very surprised that the prosecution even had Remy testify.
Yeah, I don't know why they would even, like, you don't even need to know, like, how you got to him. Like, you just need to have his interviews and stuff like that. Like, you don't have to show how you got to that.
I mean, maybe they do?
If you want to.
I don't know. Because, like, I feel like
they could have let it differently. He's a coworker.
Yes, there's physical evidence. We're going to touch on theories here in a second. And we'll keep going, okay?
But, hold on.
Yeah.
They didn't even need to put her on the stand because technically they could have just used the fact that he was a coworker who worked with her.
And they had to be coming over that night.
Yeah, and because they found out he was supposed to be coming over that night. And he has the same initials as the note in her calendar or journal diary was. Like, they didn't even need her. It didn't even matter how they got there. Like, the defense could have brought that up.
Yeah. Well,
but, and then... like, if the prosecution wasn't, the defense could have gotten that thrown out, and the prosecution still would have had an entire ass case.
And multiple of the coworkers corroborated that he was going over to her house that evening to fix her TV.
I mean, good job defense for planting enough doubt. Horrible job on the prosecution for putting Remy on the stand.
So while awaiting a retrial,
okay,
Alan unexpectedly pleaded guilty in 1979.
Oh, homeboy didn't want to get... Oh, homeboy wanted a lighter sentence. He knew that he wasn't going to make it through another trial. Okay.
He was sentenced to 14 years.
Are you fucking... And he has a prior?
For murder, robbery, and arson.
And he has a prior?
Multiple priors. But he was released on parole 4 years later in 1983 for good behavior.
I'm going to throw a pillow at her.
I didn't do this. It's not my fault. I'm just reading it to you.
Y'all are about to see a pillow fight.
No lunch for you. I'm just kidding. I made way too much. I'm not going to eat that by myself. It smells so good too.
I'm going to eat it. Anyway.
Yep. Yep. So now let's talk about a couple of the theories here. This is what I'm talking about. I always have these cases with like paranormal stuff.
I love a good conspiracy theory and I love paranormal.
I've done multiple of them.
I know.
She likes to do cases of women poisoning their husbands or vice versa.
Or poisonings
in general. And I'm like, paranormal, ghost, aliens, spontaneous combustion.
Yeah, I like it. We all have our own things. We all have our own things.
To this day, the case is debated by skeptics and believers alike. The rational theory, skeptics suggest Remy may have suspected Alan, perhaps due to any hospital gossip. You know how coworkers are.
Oh, yeah,
Or,
especially nurses.
yeah. Or like maybe she saw him near her home, but she didn't live near her. But maybe she was too afraid to go to the police directly. She may have subconsciously or consciously used the possession as a way to deliver the information safely.
Nah, I think Homegirl really did get possessed.
Um,
I think Teresita was like, nope. We solving this.
Believers point to the extreme accuracy of the information, including the specific names and phone numbers of the relatives that Remy allegedly did not know, as proof of a genuine haunting. I also put in here the voice, the jewelry info, and the relatives' phone numbers, all of that.
But also, even if she wore the same jewelry every day, there was no knowing that, like, that was the jewelry she was wearing while she was at home, because she could have come home from work. Like, the first thing I do when I come home from work is I go upstairs and I take my rings off, I take my earrings off, like, I take all my jewelry off, my watch, I change. I mean, like, I'm covered in fucking nail dust.
Period.
But, like, that's the first thing I do. So, even if they work together and she knew that she wore those items every single day,
She doesn't know her home routine.
she doesn't know if she goes home and takes them off instantly, or like what, or where they would be hanging, or stuff like that. So, and also, I'm really intrigued for what is Teresita's like native language, like what her like, if they had the same
Yeah,
dialect
I'm not
or
sure.
from the same region, because you know how like you have different regions for dialects, and so I'm very curious if they spoke the same one, which would make sense as to how that happened, or if they spoke different ones.
Yeah, I would also be very curious on that. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit here on both sides, just because, like, that's what I do. So, like, yes, she claims she doesn't know any of these relatives. However, she works at the same hospital. She could get this information like an emergency contact or something like that. I don't know.
She could.
I do not believe that she killed her. I don't believe that
No.
one fucking bit. Especially because he has fully admitted to it, so on and so forth. I don't believe that. I think
Yeah.
the defense was just making up a fucking story.
But also, what would be the point? Like,
Why would she?
if she had this information
Yeah.
and needed to find a way to take place, they are very well respected people who would be
Yes.
taken seriously if she had this information, even if it was just a hunch or a theory. One,
Yeah.
because she works with her and she knows all of this. So, like, she would have been taken seriously by the police. For both of these very high level professionals who are predominant in the community and taken very seriously and looked up to,
Yeah.
for them to literally sit there, look at each other in their house and go, okay, this is actually, we are willing to put this out there that we believe this is what's happening.
Yeah.
I feel like they would have been trusted very much the other way. This was a way that they could be very much like
Yeah.
turned into jokes in their society, and nobody would take them seriously anymore. It was a very big risk for them to even do it this way.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'd be a cover up for her just like having a
No.
hunch. Like,
I don't know.
their status changes the validity, like,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Because they had so much to lose by putting it in that version as opposed to the other one.
I agree. Also, I feel like I know a decent amount of Filipino people, and they don't do that. They don't fuck around when it comes to shit.
No.
Like, if they know something, especially, like,
And they don't fuck around with juju.
no.
Oh,
Hell
no. And this would be fucking with some serious juju to, like,
Yeah.
fake a possession and stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's like, if she knew just from hospital gossip or whatever was happening at work, she would just go straight up to the police like, hey, guess what? This is what's going on.
But, like, also, like, Filipino to Filipino, like, she, like, would have gone to, like, the family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Precisely.
Jerry, you out there, you listen, let me know. We'll talk about it.
The other thing is, like, we don't know how close of friends they actually were.
Yeah, I mean...
Either. And she didn't have a lot of people in Chicago. She I don't, she had been there for a
You
little
also have to
bit.
think, like, just because they were on the same respiratory team in the same hospital, it doesn't mean they were on the same shift. One of
Yeah.
them could have been day shift, one of them could have been night shift.
But I feel like, especially, I'm just going to use myself as an example here. If I was to die and I came back as a ghost, I'm not going to go to a random person.
No, you're gonna go to
I'm going to go to
somebody who
someone I
would.
trust.
I could see, even if they weren't close, because they were both Filipino,
Yeah.
and because like maybe they like
Maybe she
they
would
trained together,
understand
or like
her.
they had had a few shifts
Things
together and they
like
liked
that.
it,
Yeah.
or because she like knew the connection to Alan. Maybe
Yeah.
it's because they both knew Alan or something like that, or she knew that she would do the right
Yeah.
thing with this.
If I would just say, like, if I'm in a country I'm not originally from, and I found someone who's from the same place I am,
Mm-hmm.
and I know them,
Yeah,
and I know I can trust this person, hell yeah, I'm gonna go to that person and possess the fuck out of them.
and they're gonna eat food you like,
Hell yeah.
right?
The other thing I do want to touch back up on really quick that I don't have an answer for, so it's just very much opinions,
Okay.
is the diary entry saying get tickets for AS.
If he was coming to fix the TV, maybe she was gonna get him tickets for like him and his girlfriend for something for helping him
Maybe.
fix the TV. Like as
Yeah,
like a little gift, like get tickets for AS, and like maybe she knew that
absolutely.
he had a pregnant girlfriend and like she wanted to do something nice for them because he was doing something nice for her.
Well, she was also super into music, and maybe that's something they bonded on.
Wait. Oh wait. 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 How far in advance were we selling tickets for Star Wars?
I don't know.
Thank you for fixing my TV. Go see Star Wars.
Maybe, or maybe they bonded over music and she was having a show. I don't
Oh yeah,
know.
so like
She
extra tickets for like her show to drop off with him.
either her show
Oh,
or another show that they could have bonded over. I don't know.
oh,
But
these are all things
and
like.
for the other thing is maybe it wasn't even for him.
But
They
there's nobody else with AS.
they're not uncommon initials.
What if it was for the name of a show?
Maybe.
Like the name of like a show or a venue.
I don't know. I don't have answers for it. We don't have answers for it. But because of that the one thing we don't have an actual answer for, that's what ultimately had police go, let's look into this.
Yeah. It's very interesting. It's very intriguing. Regardless of like how the lead came for them to get there, I still feel like we got to the right place, especially because he confessed.
I actually skipped over something really quick. I'm going to go back to it. So the media did get a hold of it, and it was crazy. Headlines everywhere were like, quote, did a voice from grave finger murder suspect, end quote.
Listen, to those of you who write article headlines for Facebook and other things, I understand you only have so many characters to get all this information and come across with what you want. Can we start making it make sense? Because,
Yeah. So this case has been taken by absolute storm.
oh, I bet.
Dr. Jose and Remy went on to actually write a book called A Voice from the Grave.
Girl, a whole book off of two possessions.
Three. There was
Three
three
possession.
technical ones.
Oh my Lord.
Jose went on to say, quote, all of us want to believe in life after death, end quote, in that book. The case has been featured on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
Of course.
And then in 1996 was turned into a telemovie called Voice from the Grave. The movie's executive producer, named John Cosgrove, said Remy's life had returned to normal in the years following the murder and the trial. Quote, there are no more psychic or paranormal events in her life. She's living a quiet life. She hated the media glare of 1978 and 1979. End quote.
I mean, I bet, like, she didn't
No.
choose to be possessed, but also, if you die murdered or not, will you please either haunt me or possess me?
Fuck yeah. I have a
Thank you.
list. Oh man. Could you imagine me and you being ghosts together in the afterlife? Like, y'all are fucked.
Done.
But no matter what each of us believe individually on this situation, the truth is Teresita Basa lost her life. Many people lost a friend and a great coworker. Neighborhood kids lost their piano teacher. and possibly someone that made them feel safe and someone that told them to never give up on their dreams. She certainly didn't give up on hers, and her love of music will never be forgotten. So, now is the time where we decide if we got justice. Do you think we got justice for Teresita?
Yes, we got, well,
This
we
is
got
a hard
justice
one.
because we know who did it and he confessed to doing it, but we don't have justice because he didn't really serve enough
He would
time
have
for
been
this.
prison for 4 years.
Yeah, and like that's absolute crap, and especially because of his priors and stuff like that, I feel like that should have played into this. Because he still murdered a whole ass human. So like I don't understand how 4
For
years.
$30. My thing on it is also like he was planning on robbing her. But then as soon as he got there, instantly turned to murder. But then from there, it wasn't just a murder and run, murder, grab some stuff and run. He staged the
Yeah.
apartment. He ripped her clothes off to try to make it look like someone else. Like,
I feel like there's more to his confession of like what made him do this, but he's just not saying it. I'm wondering if there's like an interaction with them at work or like, you know what I mean?
yeah, I don't know. I want to know what you guys believe.
Yeah.
I actually have some questions for the jury now as well. Do you think Remy was telling the truth about Teresita coming to solve her own murder? Or was she just a scorned woman looking for revenge? Do you think Alan's sentencing was fair? And are you a supernatural believer? We've talked about supernatural on here multiple times, and I know your thoughts on supernatural. I hope you know my thoughts on supernatural. I'm a very firm believer. I want to be taken by aliens. Please probe me. That sounded sexual. I didn't mean it that
If
way.
Marvel has taught us anything, please.
Love 'em. I love conspiracy theories.
Love them.
Whatever the source of information or what you believe at all, the fact remains without a voice from the grave, Teresita Basa's killer may likely have never been caught. So,
You know?
without Remy's help,
Yeah, I don't think they
Whether-
ever would have gotten there because obviously they didn't think about checking her coworkers.
whether it was a possession or an elaborate plan to tell the police because she was too scared, which I feel like that would have made it worse.
Yeah.
Either way, without her coming to the police, we wouldn't have solved this. I mean, maybe eventually, but probably not.
Yeah. I don't, especially with how they weren't looking through her personal life the way they should have been. I don't think so.
I agree. I'm so dead set that Teresita came back and made her do this though. I'm dead set on that.
She was a hella strong woman, and
Totally.
I feel like her watching these cops like not fucking solve this case. She was like, "Are you fucking kidding me, guys?"
She's like,
It's literally
looks like I gotta do something now.
right? It's like she's like, "Do I have to do everything around here?"
Yeah. So that's also why I said she 100% saw Star Wars.
Oh yeah, 1000%
Her and Remy went together.
valid. Yeah, that's a good one.
It's interesting, right? It's a very interesting case.
On that note,
On that note, we're gonna quick shameless plug, get out of here. This was actually kind of a short episode.
it was a shorter episode for what we've been doing lately.
I'm not sorry.
We're not sorry at all. We've been doing really long ones. They've been so good though.
Oh, also we've been ranting a lot.
Make sure you are following, subscribed, liked on all of our platforms at justice4podcast.com. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Leave us a review. Leave us a 5-star rating. Anything less than that, we don't want it. And it's going to help us. Hopefully we get on CrimeCon and we can bring you guys so much more stuff.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of trials coming up this year that are starting to get announced and set on dockets. So please make sure you're following so that you can see all of those updates. And
it's like our season 3 is coming up.
yeah, in a
Holy
few
shit.
months. Yeah, in a few months we're gonna hit y'all with season 3, and we have so much in store for you.
It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have to do another
Update episode?
yeah.
Oh, good God, yeah. So make sure you're liked and subscribed everywhere.
Please.
Get your tickets for the live show.
Please.
We are almost sold out. We can't wait to see you there. Grab your merch, justice4podcast.com.
And the case is so good.
And I have no idea what it is because she doesn't want me to Google it. Not that I Google ever.
I won't even put the name in our calendar.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So we will see you there, and we're gonna go eat some lunch.
Period. Okay, we'll catch you guys next week with a full deep dive. Please go get your tickets, all that jazz, the whole thing. Love each other, stop killing each other.
Get possessed if you want help solve a murder.
Period. Do that. Let us know. Come talk to us.
Yes, sit right here.
We'll catch you guys next week with an all new episode. We'll see you later. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.